Hi everyone, welcome to our podcast show called Window to My Soul. On today's episode, I'll be talking about friendships. Defining what is friendships, friendship or a friend, it's someone, in my world who's a ride or die. It's someone who can always listen to your stories, someone who can listen when you are going through situations, someone who's there for you through thick and thin, Being an entrepreneur, I've learned that, you can't just call friends for the sake of having friends, And in the process as well, there's good friends and toxic friends, Toxic friends are those friends in my world that, every weekend they want to party. Every weekend, something needs to be popping. Every weekend, they're leaving their kids or wives aside. They're not spending their all, And it's those people that when you look back, being friends with them for 10 years, they are still in the same place. They're still comfortable at the same spot. They're still doing the same thing. Nothing has changed. Those in my world are toxic friends. Those are not the kind of people that I would like to be associated with. Good friends or friends in my world, it's friends that, we always have KPIs. That's what's happening in my world right now. With my boys, with my friends, we say to each other, how can we outperform last year, as entrepreneurs, how's your business doing? Well, every week we set KPIs for each other to say, Fetu, what did you achieve this week? Give me 3 good things that you did this week. This is like weekly. We set targets for each other. Are you growing, bro? How's your business? Is your business growing? Because we've come to realize that, or we've made an agreement as boys that if you are in a situation I'm not able to help you out, or I'm not able to pull out and come and listen, then I'm not I'm not the real, I'm not messing with you. So I'm not your real friend. I'm just there, And as well, we've made it a point that, since we are boys, we are friends. If, for example, I don't like golf, I haven't been, been out there, but my friends, they'll force it on me saying, oh, Fetch, let's go play golf, because it's something that's going to yield results for you. Just more, just go out there, get some fresh air, network, because sometimes I like just chilling, not, being out there and all kind of stuff, Those are the kind of friends that I have. The kind of friends that I have, we set KPIs for ourselves. If you're still doing the same thing year after year, definitely we wouldn't be messing with you, because that means there's no growth in you, That means we are not right friends. A friend should be someone saying, Mfethu, I need this. Are you there? Mfethu, how's it? What is the target for your business this week? Are you growing? Where are you hanging out with? Who are you hanging out with? Otherwise, if it's not like that, then don't be with those kind of people. And that's what in my world is happening currently, and that's what has been happening. It's just every year we just elevate, because being an entrepreneur is that every year there's changes that happen, that if you don't innovate, you end up being stagnant. That's what's currently happening in my world. Some of the toxic characters or toxic things that I have, sometimes I like to not, if maybe the boys, they say, yo, bruh, there's this book that we need to read. Let's read. I'm that guy. Sometimes I delay. Lately, I don't have that time I feel like I don't have so much time to read a novel. Or if we have to meet up, I'll say, yeah, gents, yeah, sure, let's meet up. 3:00, it actually happened the past 2 days. 3:00, let's meet up. Cool, I'll be there. I'm the one that'll be the first one to come and say, yo, gents, I'll be there. Let's meet up. Let's meet up. And then guess what? I'm probably the last one that will cancel. Or I'll be the last one that comes late, extremely late, like an hour late. Those are some of the traits that are toxic within me, and I feel like it also affects my friendship with the guys, because you find they think like Vusi, he thinks he's the only entrepreneur who's running businesses. We also have businesses that we running, so it doesn't give him that means he's not making our friendship priority. He's not putting this friendship a priority, or what we have is not a priority to him, so that is some of the traits that are toxic that I have, not pitching up on time, agreeing to appointments, not knowing that I'm busy, I'm hectic, or I'll be out of the country due to business commitment, and I would SMS them or WhatsApp them when I'm that side, say, guys, I'm sorry, I won't pitch up. I'm in Lagos, or I'm in Tanzania, that kind of stuff. That is the downfall about my character as an entrepreneur or as an individual. On this podcast, I feel, this show is really, as the name of the show is called, Window to My Soul. I feel, it's those things that as an individual I get to reflect on, to say, damn, I've got this bad traits that's not good for the friendship with my boys or with people around me. So I need to get rid of it. And I think as an individual, it's important to always look at people that you have in your circle. If the people that you have in your circle, they're not moving you to become better. Not like become better just in J, like better. Bank balance being better as an entrepreneur, better as a human being, built better in what you guys believe in as friends, then it's good to get rid of them, Unlike just having friends that are just making your balance sheet to be on negative and there's no growth, Because we got to remember that time waits for no man. Literally, time waits for no man. And when we are here on this earth, as a father of 3, our time is limited. Our time is limited. We all gonna leave this earth. What are we living with? Are we living here? Am I living on earth a legacy that my friends will say, yeah, Vusi was really, really very amazing. He added value. Or I'm living a legacy that my son will be disgusted that I didn't add value because of who I hanged out with. So for me, with friends, I always look at my 3 children and my beautiful wife and say, you know what, these kind of friends that I have, are they moving a needle in my family? What's the kind of conversation that we talking? Are we still talking about, girls, at this age? Or are we talking about millions, or are we talking about billions? It's that kind of stuff, and I'm so blessed that people that I call my friends, you find us, we're chilling, we're talking about, I don't drink, I don't smoke. We talk about billions, we say it, billions, The Bible says God will take you as far as your eyes can go. So I hang around with people that see big things, If you're not seeing big things, I can't be in that space, because at the end of the day, I've got family. At the end of the day, I'm building a generational, not for my kids, I'm done building for my kids. I'm building for my grandchildren, I'm building for my grandchildren. So I need to be in a space with friends that think like that, that can easily forgive. I easily forgive. That's my other strong point, I easily reach out to my homies. If, one of my best friends just had his second son, his first son, I was the one that took him to the hospital. The second one, I was the first one to call him. I was about to pull out because I was out of the country. I'll take a bullet for my boys, vice versa, And in the midst of my friends, we've lost money, we've lost shitload of money, but we're still boys, we still go out there in the business world and still hunt. So I think it's very important to choose the right friends that add value to you, and you add value. You can't keep on taking and taking. Add value as well. Just to wrap it, I think this is the kind of conversations that we must talk about. Why is Bill Gates and Warren Buffett being best friends? Why is Jeff Bezos putting in money on Gates Foundation? Because you might find that there's friendship happening in there because they are on the same level. So your friendship must define where you want to go. If your friendship is not defining and there's no movement where you want to go, it's actually making you to blow back on, and clearly it's not working. It's not working. And I think it's high time we start having these conversations. I'm just reflecting on the friends that I have, the kind of friends that I have, the conversations that we have, the flops. I mean, if I flop in my relationship or if I do something, I'm easily to call my boy Lomfet as Vandag Mfetu. Yes, I said something like this. We from Fet advice. The nigga will tell me. I mean, one of my best friends fights with me every day that I'm hardly at home. I'm always out in the studio working. You're like, but Vus, man, come on, let's make time with kids. Let's make time with you, with our wife. Let's go out. Let's go. He'll get himself at my house. I'll find him there at my house waiting for me, and he'll shout at me. Those are the kind of friends that I have in my circle. And if he's flopping, I'm the first guy to say, Mjita, you are flopping. I think it's very important in this podcast, as I'm summarizing, closing it, to say we must have friends that add value to us. Toxic, you must leave it, because toxic doesn't define you after 5 years, after 4 years, after 10 years. When you are dead, you become part of the numbers that are in the funeral, you become part of the numbers that are in the graveyard that had a dream. You don't add value. Because legacy is defined in different ways. There's legacy monetary, there's legacy what I'm doing. This is legacy we will get to reflect with my team 10 years from now, what we were creating, right? It's going to be important when we look back, to say, wow, I created this with my team. We're far. That's legacy. That's why I'm saying on my side, the kind of conversations with my friends, it's generational. Because this kind of content is generational. It's not like tomorrow it's out. It's timeless. Until Jesus comes on this earth. It's that kind of content. It's those kind of things that you do with your friends that have paradigm shift. That you look things differently. So I think it's important to choose the right friends. Kindly let me know, what's your take about friendships? The kind of friends that you hang out around. Let's have these kind of topics, and it would mean the world if you could, when you're commenting, if you could comment on all of our social platforms, because, it's a good motivation for myself and my team, because there's a team behind this that believes in the vision. There's a team behind this that's curate this content all for free. Why? Because we're in a pursuit of telling our own stories, shaping the next person to be better, because it only takes just one piece of content to have an impact on the world, on an individual. It might not be 1 billion, it might be 1. Our role would have been fulfilled. When you're commenting, please don't forget to use our hashtag, which is hashtag WTMS. It will mean the world to me and my team. Don't forget to follow us on all of our social platforms. We're on the streets of TikTok. We're on the streets of LinkedIn. We are on the streets of Apple Podcast. We are on SoundCloud. We are all over. Thank you so much. Peace out. Until we meet again, let's get it. Woo!